There he is.
Yeah. I just sorry, I had to finish watching my son play the worst basketball game he's ever played in his life.
Oh,
He's lucky. Let's start off hot. He is lucky that he's playing. He played JV and now he's going to play varsity after in a little bit. He's lucky he didn't come out of the locker room because I was going to tear him a new asshole in front of him. I'm that dad.
oh, great. Well, I mean, I I know this about you, and it's embarrassing, but yeah,
Well, I mean,
you're not my dad, so I don't give a shit.
you get to play varsity and JV. You played varsity last week. You score 6 points as a sophomore, and then you're upset that you get to play both. You're upset, so you go out there with a fucking face on, and you shit the bed when you're the best player out there. But you shit the bed because you're a mental case, and you're like he's just. I wanted to run down the court and just fucking tackle him.
So he had a bad attitude, is what you're saying.
Horrible. I knew last night when he got in the car after practice and he said, "Oh, I have to play JV and varsity." I knew he was going to shit the bed today. I even said it to him. I go, "You're going to shit the bed tomorrow." What? I go, "I know. You think I don't know? I know." Well, how do you know? I said, "Because you're already in your head and it's 24 hours before the game." I knew it.
Yeah.
Called it.
So you're the predictor. You may have created a partial mush just by saying it out loud.
He created the mush with his face and got in the car. I'm that dad. Like I'm a competitive person. As you know, I've beat you twice in a weight loss
Oh,
competition.
here we go.
It never gets old.
I need to get someone like a Rudy or a Bill Barr in here to look into this because I think I
Go.
think there's been like the deep state has been involved here and has conspired against me. There's just
Are you asking for a recount like months later?
there's just no way you could have lost that much. There's not you didn't. There's no way.
Well, I can tell you this. This is a perfect segue because I've definitely put that much back on.
I don't know. Where did you started? You're about where you started when we did this, or no?
Well, I said no. I was 270. Now I weighed myself this morning, and I'm back to a solid 239. 239.
Yeah,
So,
239. You must have weighed yourself on the moon.
oh, what I'm back. I'm back on day 2 of keto, and let me tell you, yesterday I was one miserable fuck because I was grumpy, angry. I worked from home. I stared at the s'mores.
Wait. You broke up there. You stared at the what? Hello.
I stayed strong, and
Oh,
today.
you like faded away there. You must be driving or something.
No, I said I stared at the cookies yesterday all
Oh.
day. I wanted them, but I didn't have them. But today, I've eaten one meal, and it was a salad. A salad, like I'm some sort of vegan chick.
Yeah,
a
but
salad is what I ate.
but nobody cares about that. What I care about is you never told me how the French toast bagel turned out.
I got to tell you, why do you have to bring that up now? When I'm hungry, I'm in a state of I'm disoriented. My son angered me by playing basketball like it's his first time ever playing.
Yeah, but I'm curious. Like I forgot to ask you when you made it.
It was incredible. Like I'm not sure one could make it with bread ever again
Oh, is this the new
going
thing?
forward.
French toast bagel. So listen, because like this. These are the important things. Not like you eating salad. These are the important things. Not
Right.
Nick shitting the bed on the court.
Right.
Is now how did you eat it? Is it fork and knife with syrup, or do you pick it up? Because this isn't a new. This is like a new animal here.
So I tried 2 different methods.
Okay.
I put syrup on it. Now I put vanilla, cinnamon, 2 eggs, heavy cream, soaked it in it, cooked it in a pan, in a pan with some butter. I put syrup on it, and I first went for the bite. Like I stabbed it with a fork and then tried to bite it, but that was messy. So I had to go to a cut. I had to go to a cut
Ah.
with it, and I had to cut pieces. But I was done with it, and I, for a brief moment, thought about making a second one.
See, I think what might have been the smarter play here was to just have your syrup in like a separate container and do the like dip method.
Oh yeah, you're right. I never thought. I was excited. I got very excited about this.
Yeah, because that way you could control how
Yeah.
much you're not just pouring it on it.
And this is bad. So as I'm talking to you about this, I'm thinking I had extra like egg wash left that I could have made a second, and I threw it away. But now I'm thinking I should have made cinnamon vanilla scrambled eggs. At that point, I had it on the side. I threw it away. What an idiot I am.
Yeah, it's dumb. Although I don't know that cinnamon vanilla eggs is my kind of jam, but
Hey, it was a morning of trying different things.
yeah,
I don't know.
I just I just wanted to plant the seeds in your head that there's always a time to try again. Uh,
Well, listen, this is bad. It's day two. I'm back on. I have energy today. My body doesn't hurt. Just it's amazing that like what 2 days and I fasted today for like 15, 16 hours and I had a salad with some chicken on it and olives. But
mhm.
I I feel great today, and then I get a message from someone. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Did you check your PO box? I said I don't have an email. I didn't get anything today. Why? I sent you bagels from New York. How? Why? Come on. I got a box of bagels from New York. How can I not eat them?
So we'll try again next week with this whole diet
Well,
thing.
number one, they're not there yet, so I haven't gotten them yet. But number one, how could I disrespect the person?
I
Number two, how could I disrespect the New York bagel? Right?
yeah.
What a waste that would be.
I mean, you could freeze them and eat them on your cheat day.
It's a New York bagel.
I- okay. I mean, whatever. It doesn't mean anything to me. I don't live in New York.
Neither do I, but they're sent here, so that's exciting.
Yeah. Okay. I get. It's listen. It's wonderful that people keep sending you shit. But let's keep it all in perspective. A New York bagel is not a Chicago lasagna. Can we all agree on
Well,
this?
it's pretty fucking close. Because I'll tell you this: we don't have bagels here in Atlanta. It's like it doesn't. It's literally like people here are like, "What's a bagel?" Like
That's
they've never
because
had a bagel before. I mean,
that's deep south. That's Atlanta. They don't like Jews. They're not gonna let
no,
they're
they
not gonna
don't.
let them peddle
Right.
their
And
foods.
so I mentioned this to someone that's born and raised here, lives here. I said, "There's no bagel shops around here." Do you want to know what the response was? Like, you're gonna. Are you sitting down?
There you go. What's a bagel?
They said, "Are you Jewish?" I said, I'm confused. This is what I get it. Like, I get the joke, and they're like, "No, no, it's not a joke. Are you Jewish?" And I said, "No, I like a fucking bagel. What do you mean, am I Jewish?" And they're just like, "We don't do bagels here." I mean,
That's it. That's that ignorant South you're living in.
and then you get asked the next question,
Yeah.
which drives me insane. Do you like grits? No, I fucking hate them. I've had them twice in my life, and it literally tastes like cardboard.
Oh, I like grits. Um,
Gross.
Down here, there's so many New Yorkers that I don't feel like you saying a New York bagel means anything. I think
But it does here. It doesn't there.
yeah,
You're right. I
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
Down there, you can get a bagel. Yeah. No, here, no, 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 no
I
bagels.
in South Florida, I could throw a rock and hit a
Right.
bagel made with New York water, quote unquote. Um,
Right.
speaking of down here, it got really cold today. It's like it got
Oh,
into
go fuck yourself.
it got into the 60s.
Get out. I'm dealing with snow last night. I'm
I
living in
know.
Atlanta.
I know. That's why I brought it up.
You're an asshole.
No,
Okay. Did you wear your UGG boots today and your sweats?
I didn't change
Is
at
that
all.
what
I wore what I
is
wear
that what
to.
people down there wear?
I don't know. I wore what I wear every day to work. My pants, boots, and I have a long sleeve shirt that I wear every day, whether it's 99 degrees or 50 degrees. So
I'm just glad you wore pants to work today.
yeah, I wear pants to work. That's why I was glad I had 4 days off because I didn't wear pants for 4 days. Yeah, let me tell you something. You probably understand this because after all, it's called the Furlough files, and you were furloughed for like 2 or 3
Right.
weeks
Right.
at the beginning of this whole thing. But I'll tell you, man, having 4 days off and then going back to work is like the worst fucking thing ever. And
Oh,
like,
it's horrible.
and it's not even like a ease in, like all right, we're gonna work a day, take a day off, work a day. No, it's like a straight 5 days, and it's
Right.
yeah, no, this is not for me. I
For the
can,
birds.
yeah, no,
No, I
yeah,
don't like it either. I'm struggling. Yeah, I'm struggling this
yeah,
week.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you say you're struggling, but at least you have the option of working at home. You know,
I mean, I did yesterday and today. I mean, I kind of worked half a day at home and
I
then left
mean,
early anyway. But
you chose to take a bunch of days off, and then come back to work, and like essentially quit cigarettes at the same time. So,
yeah,
so
I felt super hangry today. Like I was an angry. I was very angry. Like I know I was.
yeah,
Like I could just tell.
I
Yeah,
I
and
was.
that's probably why Nick is getting the wrath. I mean, if I were him, I'd probably just walk home tonight because that's going to be an uncomfortable car ride.
Why don't you just make him walk home? Why don't you just go home? And when he calls, goes, "Where are you?" Go, "You're walking home."
Well, I had to leave because the game ended and they lost by 20 fucking points. And then the girls play now, so I'm going to get Lex food, bring it to her, then go back.
This is
So
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You
Now
need
my work phone's ringing. We're
oh,
giving them. You know what they're gonna get?
the button.
The button.
Give him the button. No, when they
They
call,
got the button.
no, when they call back, we'll know that that's time to end the podcast. Uh, so what do you got for me? What I feel okay. I feel like two things. I feel like we haven't talked in a while. We haven't done a podcast in a while, but we're on schedule. It was Marco that fucked us.
Right. Why am I getting Marco heat?
I'm just saying. I feel like I haven't done a podcast in a while. It's because Marco. I'll be honest with you. We shifted. We used to do them Saturday, and then we shifted to Sunday. And he messaged me, but I like overslept because it was a 4-day fucking weekend. So by Sunday, I'd settled into like sleeping in again. And I woke up like an hour after he sent a message going, "You ready to do this?" I said, "Oh, I overslept, but we could fit it in now before the game, or we could do it after the game." And he didn't reply back, but I saw he saw it, and I'm like, "Oh, this motherfucker! Like I'm gonna have to chase him down like I'm his fucking mother." All fucking day to get him to do this now, even though he was ready to do it an hour ago, and he's going to be home to watch the game. His home and my home are within spitting distance of each other, like literally.
Right.
Don't even have to put shoes on. You can walk, downstairs, across, and up the stairs. So I don't hear from him all fucking day, and I'm like, as it starts to get in the afternoon, I'm like, well, I'm not going to call him because now we're both kind of like mutually hoping the other just blows it off so we don't have to do it. And I'm thinking, well, I can write it off as the holidays. We were busy, we took
This is the second holiday you tried to write off.
what was the other one? Arbor Day or something? What was that?
You tried to get me on Thanksgiving. You think I don't remember, pal?
What do you mean get you? We got you on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but you were like, because you called late. I forgot too, and then you were like, "Oh, I figured we could blow it off because it's the holiday." You used the same exact line, but then you said no because you figured
it was good I did that because then we would have missed 2 in a row, and
right.
And we'll have to bring it up on next weekend, but he starts bringing up, oh well, then I got into an argument with my wife, and I go, I don't give a fuck. I said if
those wives get in the way.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like that's a YP, not an MP. That's not my problem. And so
I have an idea.
And I said, and whenever you get in a fight with her, you should come right over and discuss it on a podcast because that's good material.
What you should do is next week for your podcast, have me on, and then when he goes to get on, I'll be like, "Oh, you're here? I was replacing you."
I'll do it.
Figured you were done.
I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. We'll have you already on the line.
I mean, the people are asking for more of me anyway.
I heard that. It's ridiculous. So
I mean, the people at work are like, "Is there any more?" And I was like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, we ran through them all. We need more."
Twice a week is not enough.
I was like, at 3 times a week, Ben's gonna have to start paying me.
Yeah,
that's Blake Chadwick time. Right
I ain't paying you shit. You
we'll
have to, if they want more of you, we'll have to open like a Patreon, and for everyone that subscribes, they can get 2 extra. Anthony,
listen, I got to order my daughter McDonald's. You get to listen to this one.
Jesus Christ, are we doing this again?
Oh, come on. They put the apple fritter front and center. And the cinnamon roll and the blueberry.
They had an
muffin.
apple fritter. I thought they just had those apple pies. I mean,
Apple fritters, cinnamon rolls, and blueberry muffins.
well, you got to get those. I mean, the donut.
No.
I mean,
Stop it.
the bagels are coming anyways. I mean, what's the point in like starting and stopping? You may as well just
Because
wait
I
till
feel good.
January.
Why are you doing this to me?
I think January 2nd is like your official start day.
I may not make it till then if I keep eating.
You'll be 260 for sure.
What's going on here? So I mean, I was creeping. But why'd they take the other card, not me?
Well, you creep. What do you mean creeping?
I was creeping up to two. I was. If
Yeah.
another day or two, I would have been 250. There's no doubt about it. I know it. I could feel it.
Oh. Yeah.
It got to that point.
I'm almost trying to get you back up there so we can do a rematch.
That's your game, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Why? Oh my God.
Hey, can I get a 6-piece chicken nugget, a small fry, and a large Dr. Pepper? No sauce. My kids are evil. Thanks. What person gets no sauce with their nuggets? You've definitely got to be some sort of.
That's fucked up.
Like,
that's
my kids.
That's bad genetics. You're I don't understand why people want to hear more of this shit. Like, it's like 2 in a row of you like ordering fast food at.
Right, I don't get. This is not entertaining. That we need another day.
Yeah, no,
at all.
We may need to trim a day, to be honest with you.
Right, we're gonna have to cut back
because we're always like, "What do you got today?" I don't got nothing. It's like maybe we could combine the two to one that actually has some substance.
Oh man!
Oh shit!
Honestly, I don't have any notes. Do you?
What notes? I couldn't even do one with Marco this week. What are you talking about?
I feel like there's things we wanted to talk about. I didn't write them down.
Mm.
You obviously didn't write them down. But I'll get the heat. I'll get the heat tomorrow from the Paulas and CJs going, I thought you were going to write it down. Why? Like as if it's I guess it is my podcast. Never mind. You guys are right. I should write shit down.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was waiting for you to just finish so I could say it's your podcast. Where's the buck supposed to stop? So,
right.
Yeah.
That's pretty, yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm afraid to even start anything because all of a sudden you'll have to be paying and then you'll be getting your food. It's like this is like I understand how the drive-through works, so it's.
I'm not getting my food. Don't throw that in there as if I'm the one eating McDonald's.
I'm not buying it for a second. As soon as I heard Dr. Pepper, I knew who this was for.
This is not me. Why would I get? If it was me, I would get way more than a 6-piece nugget and a small fry.
That's true. Well, I mean, if you're trying to, maybe you're getting good at covering up, and you're.
I would have went for the $15 meal that they just put on the menu. I just saw it's 2 Big Macs, 2 medium fries, 2 drinks, and like nuggets. I would have went full Monty on this one.
But 2 fries, it's like what? That doesn't make any sense. It's like I mean, I understand that that's for.
Well, apparently they think normal people share that meal.
No, I understand. I was getting to that part, but I was like, for you that doesn't work. You'd have to like sub one out for something else.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's even like that.
Just plain nuggets, not even ketchup.
Right. No, my children are evil human beings.
It's disturbing.
Thank you.
Like I feel like if I were to come stay at your house, I'd wake up in the middle of the night with one of them just staring at me.
Probably. Thank you.
Creepy children.
You know, why would McDonald's adopt the Have a Blessed Day like Chick-fil-A? Like they got to come with something.
They can't. They'll offend people, and then people won't want to buy their nuggets.
She literally just handed it to me as if like, get out of here.
Yeah, because when you've got like what is it like 20 trillion sold, they don't need you anymore.
I guess. Right? I'm just a number. I'm just a number.
Yeah, you're just a number to them.
Just a number. Unbelievable. Well, I will. I do have one thing in my notes. One thing. And by notes, you mean you just came up with it? I actually just thought about it. I meant to write it down. I didn't write it down, but then I thought about it. And I remembered. It's damn impressive that you actually remembered something, because usually. Right. Oh, well, stop talking. You're gonna make me forget. So I obviously I went off the rails this last couple of days, and you
Days.
know, Wednesday night I had some pizza. Thursday was just full on like I was in the fat zone. Obviously, it was Thanksgiving. That carried over to Friday, into Saturday, into Sunday. But I went to a restaurant, and I got a Philly cheesesteak from the place that has the spaghetti and meatball sandwich that we've discussed this before.
Yeah, I saw a picture of it. I understand what. Yeah.
I wanted to order everything off that menu,
Yeah.
but because I am cheap as fuck, I didn't. But my son Nick got the spaghetti and meatball sandwich, that's like way out of. My kids eat chicken nuggets, like they're the plainest, boringest. Like you go to a restaurant, like it's a big deal. We're gonna go out to eat, and they're like, "I'll get the chicken nuggets." I'm like, "What?
Yeah.
Like, what are you 5? Like,
But think about it. Like if you take that out of the sandwich,
yeah,
it's the plainest Italian food you could get. It's the most boring spaghetti. It's the most
right."
boring plain.
But for him to eat it together, this is like we've taken a step in the right direction because he's super weird with his food. Anyway, the food was, I mean, it was fantastic, and I wanted to go for frozen yogurt after, but the kids were all like, "No, I'm gonna go home." I was so mad
Why
that we
didn't you
did
just
not get.
why did you just go? You're the one with the
I,
keys.
I'll admit I was a little full, but really wanted it. This was Saturday. We went to Dave and Buster's, and then we went.
You fat
So
piece of shit. You fat piece of
do you
shit.
know? Do you know that Sunday I made Big ziti? Add to the fatness. At about 6:30, I went and got Froyo because I was like, I gotta have it. Like I
You
am not going back into this diet without Froyo.
it got in your
I
head.
got. Oh, let me tell you what I got.
Oh my god.
A mixture of cookies and cream, New York cheesecake, and cake batter, froyo. I got Reese's peanut butter cups, chocolate chip cookie dough. I got sprinkles, hot fudge, whipped cream, brownie. Oh, I'm not even done. Brownie, right? I got uh, Kit Kat bar.
Did they keep
I
looking
threw
at you when you kept rattling stuff off?
Well, you pay by the weight. Nick got his. It was like $3. Lex was like $3.25. $9.87 was mine.
Yeah.
They were all like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Yeah, that's a heavy dessert right there." Yeah, yeah. Good thing. The Jew in me. I had a free one. I
You're
she,
getting a little loose with that word. I can do that. You're gonna get in trouble.
all I know is she's like tells me the total, and I go, "Oh no," and I whipped it out. Whew. I said, "I got enough stamps for a free one." She's like, "Oh, well played."
Nice
Well
job.
played, right? Of course, my stupid son gets just froyo with one topping. I'm like, yours is the free one. You add a little more in there, and he's like, I don't want any more. I was like, you're not really. This really free one isn't really being free at this
Right.
point.
This is waste of.
You know?
It's a waste of a punch.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right. So, but man, now you're talking about food. I want to just go eat these
I,
cookies I got from
I
Publix.
I didn't bring it up. You're the
It
one
is
talking
a
about frozen yogurt and shit.
Listen to this. Publix made a s'mores chocolate chip cookie in the bakery.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a chocolate chip cookie with marshmallow like infused in it. I've never seen that before, and it was out of this world. I had 4 of them on Sunday. 4,
Hmm.
but now my kids won't eat them. They're sitting there. I'm like, well, I mean, they're going to go to waste. I should give them to poor people or something.
I mean,
Bring them to work or something.
bring them to work or eat them. I mean, like the
What?
bagels.
What is this game you're playing? What is this
The
game? You're
bagels are
playing?
on their way. You're gonna make French toast out of them. Uh, you know,
Do you have like an underbet for somebody that I'm going to
I
put all
got.
this weight back on? And I
I
feel like it's a
wish.
game you're playing.
I wish, because that's easy money. I knew that. I knew that as soon as we we finished the competition. That way was going back on.
I kept it off for a little bit.
Yeah. But it's like that meme. The winter is coming. I knew winter was coming for you.
And, I mean, this stretch of like Thanksgiving to Christmas is horrible because every day at work there's food.
I knew
Like
it.
today, I walked in the break room and I see a Tupperware, but it's like a giant Tupperware, and I'm like, okay, there's two things. Either I keep walking or I open it, and I was like, I have to open it. I got to see what's in there. It was full of chocolate chip. I took one whiff of this homemade chocolate chip cookies, like COVID infested chocolate chip cookies. I opened it, and the guy I was working with was like, no. I was like, oh, you're right, and I closed it, and I was like, do not let me go back in that break room. Do not let me go back in there.
Yeah, but
Because
you
there.
reminded me of a story. You have to tell about calling the guy in when you went in for you went in one morning over the weekend and you were
Oh yes. Okay, that's a good one. So
yeah, then we'll get the
so
fuck out of here.
I went to work Saturday for a couple hours, and in my head, well, okay, two things. In my head and in my past retail experience,
Yeah.
Black Friday there was always food. So when I worked Friday, we had Jimmy John's catered. I ate like 6 sandwiches, mini ones, right? But there's actually 2 stories here.
But
I
what is a mini? Is that like a quarter of a foot long?
they're 3-inch like mini subs. Like
So
they're like sliders.
so you ate like a sandwich and a half.
Maybe,
Okay.
but that's not all. I ate that and I came in and out a couple times, and I saw they had a cookie tray, and I go, oh, they're Italian cookies. I go, well, I mean, I'm already off the diet. It's Friday. It's the holiday.
I'm
I said,
Italian. I mean,
right. I said, let me open these, and I couldn't open them. Well, the manager goes, I'll get it. I want one too. So he opens it, and I sit down across from him. We take the top off. Next thing I know, there had to be 30 cookies in there. There wasn't one cookie left.
the
And I'm
two
like,
of you ate them all.
I go, did anybody else eat them? He goes, nobody else has been in here. We were talking. We were shooting the shit for like 30 minutes. We ate every cookie on the platter, me and him. A solid 25 to 30 cookies gone.
Wow.
So I was feeling sick when I got home, and I was like, I shouldn't have done that. Well, Saturday, I'm going to work for a couple hours, and I don't ever work weekends. And I said, all right, I'm going to work. So I get to the store, and my thought was they're going to have breakfast every Saturday after Black Friday. It's a busy weekend. They have food. I get there. What do you think? I literally put my backpack down, and the first thing I did was go to the break room. And I see a McDonald's bag, and I go, great, they got breakfast sandwiches. It was fucking empty. I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no. So now I'm searching. I go in the fridge. Maybe they put it away. Nope, there's nothing. I checked the freezer. Nope, nothing in the freezer. We had a couple Hot Pockets in there. And I go to the manager. I go, hey, where's the breakfast? He's like, what breakfast? I go, it's the Saturday after Black Friday. Like, I mean, we get breakfast. That's how we do. He's like, who's we? I was like, we retail. That's what we do. We get breakfast. And I don't see breakfast. I go, was there breakfast? Because there's an empty McDonald's bag. This motherfucker says, I only got sandwiches for me and the 2 people who came in with me. I go, you knew I was coming here, right? He goes, yeah, you told me last night. I go, so you didn't think, like, the guy who loves food, who is, like, sometimes fat, you didn't think to, like, throw me a breakfast sandwich? Like,
Is he
he's
like
now,
is
well, now,
he-
yeah, right, because it went from joking to now he's like, you're serious? I go, I'm dead serious, man. There's not, and he goes, I think there's a Hot Pocket. I go, I saw the Hot Pocket. I don't want the Hot Pocket. I thought I was going to come into some Chick-fil-A biscuits or like, I go, I've been working here for 7 years. This is the first time I don't have breakfast on a Black Friday weekend. I said, I'm really disappointed. Now, after next week, I don't have the store anymore. We hired somebody to kind of take over some of the stores because I was covering 2 areas. And I take my phone out, and he's like, what are you doing? I go, I'm texting the new guy, and I'm telling him. He's like, you're telling him what? I go, I'm telling him that we've got to teach you how to order food because you failed us. And he's like has this look of concern on his face because he's like, "You're serious?" I turned to Flora. I go, "I just sent him the text," and the text said, "There's no breakfast. You've got to teach him how to get breakfast in the morning." And he's like, he's a new store manager. He's like, "I'm new. I didn't know." I go, "I don't know how he's gonna make this up to me."
I love how you put this guy on his heels, and he's like flustered,
Right.
and like,
So like I walk away, like I'm disgusted. That's what I said to him. And I walk away. I come back like 20 minutes later, and I go, "Did you get any breakfast?" And he's like, "No." I go, "So I just tore you a new asshole for 20 minutes. You didn't think, let me get my boss a breakfast sandwich? Like I thought I'd come back and he'd be like, 'Hey boss, I got you one.' I go, we still don't have breakfast sandwiches here. It's creeping on 10:30 now." Like,
I love how like your day at work has been spent just
right.
based around yelling at a guy. Like, you haven't done any fucking actual work. You just like
No.
show
I was
face,
so mad about
show
the food.
face, and it's
Right.
all about feeding it.
Right. And now I'm angry. So he calls the other manager to the back, and she comes back there and she's like, "Hey, what's up?" And he's like, Can you order pizza?" I'm like, "Pizza?" I was like, "It's 10:30." He's like, "Yeah, but nobody's serving breakfast anymore." I go, "Well, when's the pizza going to be here?" And she's like, "I'll order it now." So she orders Papa John's. So now I'm like, I'm only going to work till 12 o'clock. When's this pizza coming? Because now I'm angry. So every time I walk past him, I'm like, I just give him like this look like of disgust, shake my head. I don't even say anything. And he keeps going. Now he's nervous. He's going, "The pizza's on the way." I go, "But the pizza isn't a Chick-fil-A breakfast sandwich." And he's like upset about this. So the pizza comes, and now at that point, I'm in the break room. I'm the guy who's waiting for the pizza. Like I'm rubbing my hands together, and I'm like rocking back and forth. And they're like, "You really want this pizza?" And I said, "I smell it. She's coming down the hallway." And here she comes, boom, down the hallway. And she puts the pizza down and the breadsticks. And I'm like a crackhead. I already got the plate in my hand, like I'm like shaking. And the lady puts it down. They do the thing, and I go right to town. Like I'm that guy. I opened it up. I got 4 slices. I got some breadsticks. I went in the office. I ate. And he's like, "You better now?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm better." And he's like, a couple other people come in, and I got back in line for seconds. I probably had 8 slices. I don't know. So I had a couple breadsticks, and I finished. I threw my plate away. I grabbed my backpack. I said, "See you next week," and I left.
I'm surprised you didn't just grab a box and walk out.
So I haven't seen him since, but I do feel he's on his heels from that. He's a little nervous about that.
You should, like one weekend when you just have nothing better to do, you should just pop your head in there and give him like
Yeah.
the fucking look and go, we're just keeping tabs on you now.
Is there breakfast? That's what I should do. But yeah, so I tell everybody this at work. So when I first started my retail career, I had a boss, and I'll end it on this. My first day on the job, he said to me, "There's 2 important things to this job." And I'm thinking, what is he going to tell me? "You eat lunch every day, and you get paid every week." I said, "Really? That's it?" He goes, "No, the rest doesn't matter." That's the only 2 things that matter. And he was a guy who at 11 o'clock, he had to have lunch. So when I worked with him, he was prepping 10:45, like, "You almost ready?" I'm like, "Yeah." 11 o'clock, he's like, "Let's go, we're going to lunch." Every day. He could not eat past 11 o'clock, or he would be in like a shitty mood. So it got me into that mind frame, and he started, he would take me to good places to eat down in Florida. We used to go to Landlubbers all the time.
Oh,
You know Landlubbers,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right. Great wings. That was his spot. But then 3 o'clock rolled around, you're hungry again, right? Like 3 or 4 o'clock. And we used to get double cheeseburgers. That was our thing when they were 99 cents. And every time I worked with this guy, we would always get, it would be 11 o'clock lunch and then 3 o'clock double cheeseburgers.
Who did the double cheeseburgers?
We would go to McDonald's.
Oh, okay,
99 cents.
okay.
Right. And this is, you're talking, I don't know, 15 years ago. And I would go and I would always go get the double cheeseburgers. Well, like He's the first guy I ever met that was on keto, and this was years ago. He was on
Was
Atkins.
was this the land? Oh, that's why he was doing wings every day. The Land
Right,
Lovers over in Sunrise, right?
right.
Okay.
Great. I mean, their place is amazing.
Yeah.
But he's the first person that I ever saw doing. He was doing Atkins, and I was not at that point because I wasn't fat. I was skinny. Like I didn't gain weight like I do now, and I would always go at 3 o'clock. I would disappear and come back, and he'd be like, I can't eat those," and I would be like, "Come on, just take a bite." I was the pusher. Like, you're the pusher now. I was the pusher, and he would eat the double cheeseburger and have to start all over the next day. So he would try not to work with me 4 or 5 days in a row so he can get back on. But then that next day, I'd come in and he'd be like, "Oh, come on!" And I'd be like, "You're really not gonna eat it?" And he was like a 50-year-old man, and he'd be like, "I gotta eat it. I gotta eat it." I'm like, "Don't disrespect the double cheeseburger." And he would eat it. But I tell everybody now at work, I always say, there's 2 important things: eating lunch every day, make sure you get paid. But this generation doesn't understand that, and they look at me crazy because most of them don't eat because they're too poor or broke to eat usually,
Right.
or they just don't eat because they're all vegan or whatever, and they don't even know when they get paid half the time. So when I tell people that, they're always like, "I don't get it." I was like, "What do you not get? Do you not eat lunch?" And they're like, "No." Right? So maybe there's just some sort of generational gap between me and this manager who didn't know that I needed breakfast Saturday morning. But I think his behavior has been corrected.
That's why I said you might want to just like 2 weeks from now pop your head in,
Right.
just to make sure he hasn't like backslid into bad behavior.
Right. He'll get a pop-in visit this week.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
Right. And then he did try to say, because he does have some food there, but it was like he bought, I don't even know where this would come from. He bought ramen noodle. I get it. Because, the kids like to eat that. But then he bought cans of chicken noodle soup. And then he bought Pop-Tarts, but they're the worst Pop-Tart. It's like a flavor I've never heard of. And I was like, "Where did you buy that?" He's like, "Oh, I got it at Dollar General." I go,
Ugh.
"That's the flavors that nobody wants."
Oh, that's the box.
They don't make.
That's the
right.
flavor of the box.
They don't make cherry Pop-Tarts anymore. Like, nobody eats a cherry Pop-Tart. I was like, "Get with the game." And he's like, "Well, we got chicken noodle soup." I'm like, if you think I'm opening a can of chicken noodle soup at work and putting it in the microwave, you're out of your fucking mind.
I mean, is there like bowls and stuff to put it in?
Yeah, and then he bought the ramen bowls that you just like throw in there.
Yeah,
already.
those I
And I'm like,
figured were like, yeah.
right. I mean, it's like it's like 3,000 milligrams of sodium. Like you're getting like high blood pressure immediately.
Yeah, I never
But-
worried about that.
Yeah, but listen. His game is weak, and we had to correct that behavior on Saturday.
Well-
And I feel like I was probably a little over the top with it, but whatever.
What happened is he didn't have a guy to bring him along to
Right.
let him understand about lunch and
Right.
paychecks, and that lunch was important, and it wasn't just that you eat, but that you eat you eat something good.
Right, like it's very important.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Well, I'm gonna go pee. I'm gonna grab a cheese stick and some almonds, and then go back.
Oh, I thought you said cheesesteak.
No, stop the nonsense. And by the way,
Yeah.
before we end this,
Oh wait, I can't wait to.
I gotta call myself out on something and you out on something.
Okay, what?
So every time I talk to CJ, I always say a line that you just said 5 minutes ago, and then I thought about it and I go, "Oh my God, me and you say it all the time." We both always say, "Let me tell you something."
Okay.
We say it all the time. Now, you know what? Maybe that's not even the line. I don't even know.
I'm like
Is that what I
confused
say?
because I'm like I don't.
Because the other day she goes, "You say that all the time," and then you just said it like 5 minutes ago. But now I already forgot what you said, and I
You're
can't think
so
of.
retarded.
I totally botched this whole thing. So I'm gonna go now. I gotta pee, and this is what happens. I'm on keto. I've eaten one time today. I'm hungry. I'm angry.
Can I tell you?
I'm all out of sorts.
I peed 12 times today at work. Every stop I made, I was back in the back of the truck peeing in my pee bottle.
Because you drank a lot of water.
I drink a lot of water, but because I don't have any carbs in my system, they don't stay in my body. Nothing to absorb the water. So Yeah, I peed 12
Yeah,
times.
I don't
today.
remember what the line is. I totally botched the whole thing. All right, I'm gonna go.
That's ridiculous.
World's worst podcast. Goodbye.
World's worst. Bye.
Goodbye.